Hey there, fellow Americans. Breaking news that could change your financial situation. The government has just approved $4,950 stimulus checks for millions of Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients. Are you wondering if you qualify for this life-changing payment? Stay with me because I'm about to share everything you need to know about this massive stimulus update. Before we dive in, if you want to stay updated on the latest stimulus news and benefits information, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post daily updates to keep you informed about everything that affects your benefits and financial situation. Now, let me tell you why this news is absolutely huge for Social Security beneficiaries across the country. The Biden administration, working alongside Congress, has finally responded to the mounting pressure from advocacy groups and millions of Americans struggling with rising inflation and increased living costs. This new stimulus package specifically targets our most vulnerable citizens, those receiving Social Security retirement benefits, supplemental security income, SSI, and Social Security disability insurance, SSDI. But here's what makes this different from previous stimulus payments. The amount is significantly larger at $4,950. And it's specifically designed to help beneficiaries cope with the unprecedented inflation we've been experiencing. You might be asking yourself, why this specific amount? Well, this figure was carefully calculated based on the average increased costs that beneficiaries have faced over the past year, including rising healthcare expenses, food costs, and utility bills. Let's break down exactly who qualifies for these payments. Are you currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits? You're likely eligible. Do you get monthly SSI payments? You're probably on the list too. What about SSDI recipients? Yes, you're included as well. But there's more to it than just receiving these benefits. The government has established specific criteria to ensure the money reaches those who need it most. Here's the fascinating part about the eligibility requirements. They've been expanded compared to previous stimulus payments. For Social Security retirement beneficiaries, if you're currently receiving monthly benefits and your annual income falls below $98,000 for single filers or $146,000 for married couples filing jointly, you qualify for the full amount. What makes this truly remarkable is that these income thresholds are higher than previous stimulus payments, meaning more seniors will be eligible this time around. For SSI recipients, the eligibility is even more straightforward. If you're currently receiving SSI benefits, you automatically qualify for the full $4,950 payment. Why? Because SSI recipients already meet the income and resource limits required for this stimulus payment. Isn't it refreshing to see a program that doesn't create additional hurdles for our most vulnerable citizens? SSDI beneficiaries, I haven't forgotten about you. The eligibility criteria for SSDI recipients mirrors that of Social Security retirement beneficiaries. However, there's an important distinction. If you receive both SSDI and SSI, you're still only eligible for one $4,950 payment. The government has implemented this rule to ensure fair distribution of funds while maximizing the number of beneficiaries who can receive assistance. Now, you might be wondering about the timeline. When can you expect to see this money in your account? The distribution process is set to begin next month and will continue in phases over a 90-day period. The IRS and Social Security Administration are working together to ensure a smooth rollout, using the same efficient direct deposit system that worked so well for previous stimulus payments. Remember how quickly those earlier payments arrived? This one should be just as seamless. But here's something crucial you need to know. Unlike previous stimulus payments, this one requires some beneficiaries to verify their information through a special online portal. Why? The government wants to ensure all payment information is up to date and accurate before sending out such significant amounts. Don't worry, though I'll explain exactly how to access this portal and what information you'll need to provide. Let's talk about some special circumstances that might affect your eligibility. What if you just started receiving Social Security benefits this year? Are you still eligible? The answer is yes, as long as you're receiving benefits before the payment distribution begins. What about if you're on Social Security but still working part-time? Good news, you can still qualify as long as your total income falls within the established thresholds. Here's another important detail many people are asking about: will this payment affect your other benefits? The answer is no. This stimulus payment is considered a tax credit, not income. This means it won't impact your Social Security benefits, Medicare premiums, food stamps, or any other federal or state assistance programs you might be receiving. Isn't it great how they've structured this to protect your existing benefits? I know many of you are concerned about taxes. Will you need to pay taxes on this $4,950 payment? Just like previous stimulus payments, this one is tax-free. You won't need to report it as income on your tax return, and it won't push you into a higher tax bracket. This was specifically designed to provide maximum benefit to recipients without creating additional tax burdens. Let's discuss some potential challenges you might face and how to overcome them. What if you've moved recently? What if you've changed banks? What if you're still receiving paper checks instead of direct deposit? These are all valid concerns, and I'll walk you through the solutions. The key is to ensure your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration before the payments begin rolling out. For those of you who prefer paper checks, be aware that they'll be mailed out after the direct deposits are completed. This could mean waiting an additional 2-3 weeks for your payment. Why not consider switching to direct deposit now? It's safer, faster, and more reliable. Plus, it helps reduce the risk of your check getting lost in the mail or stolen. Here's something interesting about this stimulus package that many people don't realize: it includes provisions for representative payees. If someone else manages your Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits, they'll be responsible for receiving and managing this stimulus payment as well. The same rules and restrictions apply to ensure the money is used for your benefit. Let's talk about appeals. What happens if you believe you're eligible but don't receive your payment? Don't worry, there's a process for that. The government has established an appeals system specifically for these stimulus payments. I'll explain exactly what steps to take if you need to challenge a decision about your eligibility or payment amount. Now, here's a crucial point about scams. Whenever there's a new government benefit program, scammers come out of the woodwork. They might call, email, or text you claiming to be from the Social Security Administration or IRS, asking for personal information or fees to process your payment. Remember this: no government agency will ever contact you asking for payment or personal information to receive your stimulus check. If someone does, it's a scam. Let's discuss some strategies for making the most of this payment. While $4,950 is a significant amount, it's important to plan how you'll use it. Many financial advisors recommend creating a priority list, first addressing any immediate needs like medical expenses or overdue bills, then considering ways to make the money work for you long term. Have you thought about how you'll allocate these funds? Here's something fascinating about the economic impact of these payments. Economists estimate that this stimulus program could inject over $100 billion into the American economy. Think about that ripple effect. When seniors and disability recipients have more money to spend, local businesses benefit, jobs are created, and communities thrive. Isn't it amazing how helping our most vulnerable citizens can strengthen our entire economy? For those of you who receive veterans benefits in addition to Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, here's important information: you're still eligible for this stimulus payment. The government has ensured that receiving VA benefits won't disqualify you from this stimulus program. However, remember that you can only receive one payment, even if you qualify under multiple benefit programs. Let's address another common question: what about dependents? Unlike previous stimulus payments, this one doesn't include additional amounts for dependents. However, if you have dependents who receive their own Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits, they may qualify for their own $4,950 payment. This could mean significant help for families where multiple members receive benefits. Here's something crucial about timing: the government has announced that payments will be distributed based on the last 2 digits of your Social Security number, similar to how previous stimulus payments were handled. This systematic approach helps prevent system overload and ensures a smooth distribution process. Do you remember which week you received your last stimulus payment? You can expect this one around the same time. For those wondering about retroactive payments, yes, if you're approved for Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits after the stimulus distribution begins but were eligible during the qualifying period, you can still receive your payment. It might take longer, but you won't miss out just because of timing. Let's talk about state-specific supplements. Some states are adding their own funds to this federal stimulus payment. While this varies by state, it could mean even more financial support for eligible recipients. Have you checked whether your state is offering additional benefits? It's worth investigating, as these state supplements could provide significant extra help. Now, here's an important detail about Medicare beneficiaries. If you're enrolled in Medicare but don't receive Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, you'll need to meet additional eligibility requirements to receive this stimulus payment. These requirements focus on income levels and other factors that demonstrate financial need. For those of you who are still working while receiving Social Security benefits, let's clarify how employment income affects your eligibility. The key is total annual income, not just your benefits. Remember those income thresholds we discussed earlier? They include all sources of income: wages, benefits, pensions, and investments. Have you calculated your total annual income to see if you qualify? Here's something interesting about the payment method. If you receive your regular benefits through Direct Express, your stimulus payment will automatically be deposited to that same card. No additional action is required on your part. Isn't it convenient how they've streamlined this process? Let's discuss what happens if you're living abroad. Yes, eligible Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients who live outside the United States can still receive this stimulus payment. However, there may be additional verification requirements to ensure payment delivery. The process might take longer, but international beneficiaries haven't been forgotten. For those of you in nursing homes or assisted living facilities, here's important information: these facilities cannot seize your stimulus payment. This money is yours, period. They can't take it for payment, claim it as a resource for Medicaid purposes, or count it against your benefits. Isn't it reassuring to know these protections are in place? Now, let's talk about record keeping. While this payment won't affect your taxes, it's still important to keep documentation. Save any notices you receive about the payment. Why? These records could be important if there are any questions about your payment or if you need to appeal a decision. Here's something crucial about garnishment protection: these stimulus payments are protected from most types of garnishment, including for back taxes, child support, or other government debts. This protection ensures the money goes to meeting your immediate needs, which was the primary purpose of this stimulus program. As we wrap up this comprehensive guide to the $4,950 stimulus payments, remember that staying informed is key. Policies and procedures can change, and new details may emerge as the program rolls out. That's why it's so important to stay connected with reliable sources of information. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for daily updates on stimulus news, Social Security changes, and other important benefit information. Hit that like button if you found this information helpful, and share this video with friends and family who might qualify for these payments. Together, we can ensure everyone who's eligible receives the help they deserve. Remember, these stimulus payments represent more than just money. They represent our nation's commitment to supporting our seniors and disabled citizens during challenging times. Have you started preparing for your payment? Drop a comment below sharing your thoughts and any questions you might have. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching.